Hi everyone, I'm Tanaaz from foreverconscious.com and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of August 31st. I've been dealing with two sick children, currently camped out in my daughter's room, so I'm trying to talk quietly because baby's sleeping. I almost didn't even think I was going to get to make this video this week, but here I am showing up, trying to give you the cosmic energy for your week ahead. So this week, September 1st, we're moving into September. September is a big month. There are two potent eclipses. We're heading towards that blood moon eclipse on the 7th. I'll talk more about it next week, but just know we're feeling the build up towards it. Blood moon eclipses clear a path. So they typically bring ending, something releasing from our lives, something being let go, or we start to realize that we need to let go of outdated patterns, habits, relationships, ways of being. Something has to fall away. And that's usually what is triggered in the weeks leading up to and even after a blood moon eclipse. Blood moon eclipses also have the potential to bring emotions up and out and information, hidden information up and out. So it can be a little confronting. Emotions can come up that we need to deal with, but usually we have a kind of coming to a head moment where we realize we cannot continue the way we have been going. So we're definitely feeling that. We're definitely working with that as we move through this week, heading up to that Pisces blood moon eclipse. It happens on the 7th. Why do they call it a blood moon? Well, a blood moon is a total lunar eclipse. And when we have a total lunar eclipse, the moon gets a little bit of a reddish hue, and that's why they call it a blood moon. So it is the most potent type of eclipse we can experience. The other most potent is a total solar eclipse. We're not having one of those this month, but we are having a solar eclipse later on in the month in Virgo, on the 21st, and it is a much more gentle eclipse. Both of them are powerful, both of them are helping to release things, both of them are karmic in nature, both of them are helping us to elevate our consciousness and move to that next chapter. Eclipses speed up our timeline, get us where we need to be, even if we don't realize it just yet. So this week we're dealing with that blood moon eclipse, but we also have Saturn moving back into Pisces. And I want to touch on this because it's pretty important. This is the last time that Saturn is going to be entering into Pisces. It has been moving into Aries and it's going to get more comfortable in Aries now. After February of next year, Saturn will no longer be in Pisces anymore. So we're really wrapping up what I like to call a collective Saturn return, because Pisces represents the end of the zodiac, right? A little bit of all the zodiac signs are in the energy imprint of Pisces. So it's kind of like a collective Saturn return, a collective coming to a point in our lives where we have to take responsibility for the life that we want. We have to take responsibility for the things that are important to us. And that is what we've really been working with all through these last 2.5 years, since March of 2023, when Saturn first moved into Pisces. Saturn in Pisces has also been getting us to look at our spiritual connection, our spiritual understanding, also our creativity, putting boundaries. If we think of Pisces as a piece of music, Saturn is the writing down, the sheet music that allows somebody else to play it, right? So it's important. It gives structure and boundaries to that creative energy. It's like a dam in flowing water. It has its purpose sometimes. And being able to navigate that quality and navigate that energy has been a huge part of what Saturn in Pisces is trying to bring into our lives, instill in our lives. And whatever karmic journey that has been brought up for us since, early 2023, that is now coming to a close with this final move of Saturn going into Pisces. If you want to read up more about it, I'll drop links below about Saturn in Pisces, Saturn in Aries, and you can kind of start to unlock a little bit of what this has been about for you. There's journal prompts in there too, but essentially this is the end of a karmic cycle. We're wrapping up a karmic cycle. So think about it. What was going on for you back in March of 2023? What thoughts, feelings, where were you? maybe something significant was going on then, or maybe not. Maybe you have to really think about it. But we're at the end of this cycle, and it will take until February till we'll finally be able to put the, stamp, the full stop, close the book on this Saturn in Pisces chapter, which, like I kind of said, it's been like our collective Saturn return. How are we being forced to mature? How are we being forced to grow up? How are we being forced to, or not forced, but how are we being guided to nurture our spirituality, nurture creativity, think about how we can create and have a healthy relationship with boundaries. So, something to ponder on as we're moving through this eclipse gateway. The energies are intense right now, so be gentle with yourself. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I didn't even bring up my deck of cards. So that's it for this week. This is what I can do. I'll see you all next week. I'm Tanaaz from Forever Conscious. Thank you so much.